Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Jocelyn and normally I would be making some law or studying YouTube videos, but at the moment, because I'm pretty busy, I've got my last exam coming up, I just thought I would film one of my favorite pastimes recently, which is basically just drawing and sketching in my free time. I literally just finished an exam today, and so I just wanted to relax and draw, and I'm basically just gonna record it, and hopefully if you guys are stressed as well, this is your calling to take a study break, so you guys can take a study break with me. What I have here is a drawing that I literally just did. I had this idea in my mind for a while now. I want to kind of have it like there's stars on the bottom of these kind of spider web like strings. Well, that was the artistic vision. But yeah, so I finished the sketch, and now basically what I'm doing is I'm just gonna go through and render it. Well, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I actually don't exactly know what rendering fully is. I've just heard loads of people talk about rendering, kind of like cleaning up lines, so I'm just gonna clean up these lines. So it's actually been a while since I've really gone back into drawing. I watched a lot of anime when I was younger, like back when I was 13 or 14 years old, maybe even younger than that. I started watching it, and honestly I just got really hooked to anime from the beginning, and I never really stopped. When I grew up, I kind of got into more different interests, I guess. Like I got into K-pop a lot more, so that's when I started dancing a lot more, and slowly I just stopped drawing, which is kind of really sad because drawing was a really big part of my life for a very long time. And so I'd stopped drawing for a good, I would say 5 to 6 years, which is kind of crazy to think that something I did almost every day basically just was not part of my life anymore. And then recently, because the UK just announced its third lockdown, I started watching videos of speed drawing online, and it kind of made me really want to get back into it. And I'd had this iPad already from taking notes. So by the way, if anybody wants to know what I'm using, I have the first generation of the Apple Pencil, nothing spectacular, and then I have a 12.9-inch iPad Pro. I believe it's only the second or third generation because I still have like the buttons and stuff. It's not all one screen. And I spent £10 to buy Procreate because that was the program everybody was using, and I'm still using Procreate now. It's really good. I definitely recommend anybody who's trying to get into drawing and already has an iPad or a compatible pencil lying around to just buy Procreate, get started. But yeah, like I was saying, I was really into dance, and that was basically what took me away from drawing in the first place. But then, because we have a third lockdown now, and who knows how long that's gonna last for, I thought I would just get back into drawing. And as it's an activity that I can just do by myself, it has really brought me a lot of peace, I guess. It's just very calm and therapeutic to sit here and draw and kind of just watch time pass by. I don't know, I make it sound a lot more poetic than I actually think it is. But yeah, I've been very happy to get back into drawing for sure. I think I made his hair too long here. Let's just change that. I really cannot draw hands. Oh my goodness, I think it's a very common art thing to really struggle with drawing hands and anatomy in general. Definitely something that I'm gonna try and work on. I think for me, because I've never actually taken art as a school subject, I didn't study art at university as an undergrad, and obviously, as you guys know, I don't study art currently. I'm studying law. I feel like as a hobby artist, not that it puts me at a severe disadvantage, but I can definitely see that comparing to other artists that I see online who have an art education or a background in fine arts, I don't know, they just have a better understanding of composition and drawing characters' faces or bodies, hair, like everything. It's not to say that I don't think I can get to that level. I think it would just take me a little longer, because obviously I have to put time aside to focus on art, even though ironically I feel like I draw the best when I have something else that I'm actually meant to be doing. Like if I have really pressing revision that I have to do, I honestly just have the most inspiration and the most want to draw then, which is really bad because I really shouldn't be. But there is something nice about just being able to draw and not having to think about exams. At least for the time being. I have another exam on the 20th, which I don't even know what the day of the week that is, which I should probably know, but it's the last one, and it's a relatively easier module, I want to say, but I know I'm probably going to be using those words when I actually do the test, which, yeah. Okay. Okay, so I finished doing the rest of the cleanup off camera. As you can see, it looks a lot cleaner and I can fill in the color a lot more easily. So I'm just gonna put a layer, and I'm so sorry if my main audience is here for law videos and I've just suddenly come at you with an art video. It really has been a long time coming. I'm so frazzled from exams. I kind of need a break, so consider this a study break video, maybe. I'm gonna change the background so it's a bit easier to see what I'm coloring. I just don't know what to make the background. Maybe a green, maybe? Doesn't look too bad actually. Okay, let's just do that. I honestly decided to record this video pretty last minute, and by that I literally mean I'd finished sketching this piece and I just thought, oh, I might as well record it as well, because I don't know who else out there has these similar interests, and I think I owe it to all of you guys to also tell you to take a study break. So like I mentioned earlier, I got into drawing because I really liked watching cartoons, more specifically anime, so animations from Japan. I watched the Studio Ghibli movies when I was younger. Unfortunately, have not watched them recently. And I'll tell you what essentially re-sparked my love for drawing. It wasn't just the speed drawing, but I really, back in the day when I was still in secondary school, I really liked watching this volleyball anime called Haikyuu, and because I was so bored at home and I hadn't even really watched any new anime in a super long time, I would just kind of rewatch my favorite series every now and then, so it's like very sporadic. But Haikyuu, the volleyball anime that I really liked, had just had its 4th season and it finished, so I was like, oh, maybe I'll binge watch it because I literally have nothing else to do right now. And so I binge watched it, and it kind of just brought back all these feelings of just being a kid again. But obviously people made fun of me in school for watching anime because, you know, watching cartoons was not cool. I feel like it's less like that nowadays because more and more people in the West watch anime, but when it was me in school, anime definitely was not a cool thing to have an interest in. But nowadays it's less so, which is good. But yeah, so it's nice to be able to indulge in a past interest of mine guilt-free now, and pretty much with no judgment, which is nice. I'm trying to create this shadow thing across his face because, you know, I think it might make it look more dramatic, but it just looks like his face has been burnt. But hopefully I'm gonna sort that out later. Right now I'm gonna try and shade hair. Also, one of the things that I either really like or really hate depending on how I'm feeling that day. Okay, let's go on to this layer. Actually, I should probably do the darker colours first. That might make more sense. And you can't really even see the darker colour. I don't think even, oh, it shows up really well on camera. What the heck? Okay, I can't really see it in person. So you know what? I might just keep looking back at the camera to see if it looks right. Okay. Oh, definitely gonna have to make this entire part of the head darker colour. Actually, I'm gonna make the area of the shadow smaller because I still want there to be a decent amount of light hair for shading. So let's just do that much. Oh my gosh, my brush. I think it kind of looks better. And the shadow not as dramatic, or maybe not. See, now I'm having second thoughts. I actually think I prefer it with the more dramatic shadow. Okay, I'm gonna keep it this way. I have decided. Let's just make that part of the head lighter then. Because honestly, if the hair is too dark, then it doesn't really offer itself up for any good shading. Okay. Okay, it looks like a mess right now, but I'm gonna clean this hair later. Let's just make this lighter by a smidge. I'm just gonna kind of estimate. Okay, not bad. I'll take that. Okay, that really doesn't look that bad. That shadow looks a lot more realistic and less like a burn mark now, which is what we were hoping for. One thing I really like to do with hair is I like to add this kind of accent color that just contrasts the rest because I think it really gives it a pop. So I chose blue and yellow because I think they go really well together, even though now looking at it kind of reminds me of IKEA, but we're not going to talk about that. My camera keeps making this weird fuzzy noise, so I'm gonna hope it's okay. So this is pretty much the finished piece. It was just meant to be like a pretty quick sketch and coloring session, but I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. I kind of like the simplicity of it. Sorry if this video is not what you guys were expecting, coming from a law student channel that's kind of documenting my own journey to trying to become a lawyer, but I think it's also important that you know, I should be able to relax and post what I want on this channel. So yeah, let me know if you guys like this content, but for now I will see you all very, very soon.